We are live. We are live. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your man Corey Williams, aka CINO, in the building. You're now tuned in to CONVO with CINO live. Wait on 22. He gonna be joining us shortly. But we got a hot show for you tonight, man, as usual. And as you can see, I am back here. Last week I had on a tank top. Y'all probably seen me with tank top shorts in the swimming pool. Now I'm back here, back in the Midwest, back here with the hoodie on, y'all. Yeah, it's cold, but it's a cold world, you know, so dress warm, man. So, but I do got my other co-host here, Christina in the building, Christina Williams, the poopadoop. She out there, so y'all may hear her chime in from time to time, you know. This single daddy thing, you still, the business still got to get done, y'all. So that's what we here, but we got a hot show for you tonight. Man, a lot going on, y'all. A lot going on. Let me make sure we live on all the channels. Make sure you tune in, Facebook Live, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So make sure you tune in. So y'all gonna, yeah, she in rare form tonight. So yeah, y'all gonna hear. Y'all gonna hear. That's my girl. That's my bestie, Christina Williams, the heiress to the throne, to the CINO empire. You know what I'm saying? And the brother that I got on with me, he building the empire as well, man. So, you know, we got my man OBK Trigg coming on, you know, and I got a special place, man, in my heart for this brother. And shout out to Dwight Looney, man, Looney G, for hooking me up with OBK Trigg, brother doing his thing in the music business. Just, man, I can't say enough about him. And I'm going to show you why here in a minute, why I can't say enough about this brother. Because y'all, if y'all don't know him, y'all hear him all the time on my show, right? Y'all hear him all the time. So what I'm going to do before we get into, I'm going to get my 22 on because he always get on me about, our disclaimer. So let me read the disclaimer real quick before we get into the show. And then I'll bring my guest on, man. So let's get it. The views and opinions expressed during CONVO with CINO Live are those of the host, guests, and contributors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of CONVO with CINO, its affiliates, or Program Enhancement Coordinator 22. Viewer discretion is advised. This show is intended to be for informational and conversational purposes only. All right? Hold on. I got a new sound effect for y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, we elevating here. If you ain't growing, you dying. You know what I'm saying? So, and before I get too deep into the show, man, it's a lot going on, man. Shout out to everybody who lost somebody. I just got back from Jamaica. Some of you guys know probably last week. But found out a good friend of mine passed away. So, man, I just want to, give a moment of silence to my brother, Steve Hunt, man, chef. Shout out to my boy, man. Yeah, this one hit home, y'all. This one hit home, man. So rest in peace, man. Rest in heaven to my guy, Steve Hunt, man. This show dedicated to you, big dog. This show dedicated to you, man. So shout out to my brother, man. He passed. When I got back, I found out, and that kind of hurt me. But man. But life goes on, man. Life goes on. So what I want to do real quick before I bring my guest on, I want you to hear from him like you guys hear from him, and then we're going to put 2 and 2 together. How about that? So check this out, and then we're going to come right back. Hold on. Yeah, I ain't got 22 with me tonight, so y'all got to bear with me. But hold on. Let's get into this, and then I'm going to bring my guest on.
Now tune in with your favorite host. It's CONVO with Mr. CINO Show. Bring you the latest on the gossip and more. Creating innovative new opportunity. Reliable source to providing info like a news feed. Interviews up close and personal. With high topics, entertainment, how you want it for more. Creative content on a whole different note. Motivating, building up our future with hope. Right here on your #1 show. You hear it first like never before. The conversation inspirational. CONVO with CINO. You now tune in with your favorite host. Right here on your #1 show. CONVO with CINO. You hear it first, here like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with CINO. You now tune in with your favorite host right here on your number one show. Convo with CINO.
Man, that boy got some groove, boy. That dude, you need to link me up with that guy right there, boy.
OBK Trigg in the building.
Yeah.
Man, what's up, my brother? What's up, man? Hold on, let me bring the applause up. We got OBK in the building, man.
Yeah.
What's up, man? So let me just share that this is the brother who actually sings my intro song for CONVO with CINO, which our YouTube channel now has gotten over 60,000 views. I don't know what I ain't even checked the Facebook numbers, but we got hundreds of people that tune in that views every week. And of course, man, over 47 going on 47 episodes right now of CONVO with CINO, man. I think we dropped yours. I think we got the intro maybe about 20 some episode, maybe halfway through.
Yeah.
So man, tell us about, welcome to the show, man. OBK Trigg, tell us a little bit about yourself, man, and what you got going on, man. And welcome to CONVO with CINO. Finally.
finally, I made it to the CONVO with CINO show. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
You feel me? Yeah, man. I be wearing many hats. I got a lot going on. I just did an event. I'm an A&R for Maverick Global Distribution. It's a good position for me, a good opportunity for me. To bring and create, recruit new artists that ain't been heard. Having a hard time getting their feet wet and moving forward. That's why I come into play. And putting new artists, new faces, new sound into position to win. You feel me? I just dropped my album January, I think it was like January, July, something up in that area. The Book of Triggerlations on all music platforms. I got the hot single that's rotating right now, like everybody messing with it. I'm shooting a video, just got done messing with Tone had to shoot that. He's shooting my video to First Change. That's tearing up.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah, First Change is pretty much about,
and your music, for those who don't know, man, your music is actually on, because even when I was promoting, this show, your music is on the Facebooks and the Instagram, so you can pull it up and use it for highlights and reels. So So that was dope, man. I'm like, that's when you're official. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's for me. You know what I'm saying?
I tell people in a minute, Google me. You know what I'm saying? Google me. Just put in OBK Trigg and everything gonna pop up.
So what does OBK Trigg mean? What does that stand for? How'd you come up with that name?
OBK, like I tell everybody, when the elders ask me what OBK stand for, it stand for Original Born King. When you're around your guys and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And they want to, what OBK stand for? It stands for off-brand killer as well, meaning if you're not with me, you're against me, you're off-brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same thing as being fake. You're off-brand. So OBK stand for off-brand killer, or Original Born King. Trigg stand for the realest independent go-getter, which I am that.
Love it, man. Love it. So, before we get too deep, man, I got to talk about the origin of, the intro song, man, because even when I'm doing my show, this is CONVO CINO Live, but when I do my actual episodes, I almost need that music, man, to get me going, because I'm so used to it now. You know what I'm saying? And you were able, man, to really articulate what I do and put it in music form, and to write that, man. I mean, creating, you put the creative, innovative, new opportunities, reliable sources, providing info like a news feed.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm like, dude, I'm like, he broke it down. He broke down the creating innovative new opportunities, man.
Yeah.
So how long you been rapping, man? And what does it take? Like, even when you putting the song together, man, like that, what's your creative process? I mean, you like Jay-Z, you one take, or what's up with you, man? What type of artist are you?
To be real with you, man, like sometimes it take me a couple days to write a song. It depends on what type of song I'm trying to write, Okay. And with the CINO show intro, it was something that I never done before. And it was something that it was an opportunity to actually do an intro for a real live talk show. You know what I mean? And when I got the beat back from my engineer, Black Ice, Nature Boy Wavy Kid, that sound, it made me write the way I wrote it. You know what I mean? Because it sounded like an intro beat. So when
that creative process, it's like all three of us really were, because I had to talk to him, communicate with him on, tell you guys what my show is about, and talk to him. So he had to, kind of feel me out, and so it was definitely a creative process, man. It wasn't like you just threw something together, man. You really, but you came up with it pretty quick, though. I mean,
get the info you need and make it sound good. I took your information that you gave me and what your show is about and made it come to life.
Yeah, man. One of my dream, like I got this vision of you bringing me out to the intro one day when I'm doing a live. Like I got this vision. So the vision is I'm gonna be speaking with it, because I get booked to speak and host events, and so I got a vision that one day you gonna actually rap that song, and I'm gonna come out on stage, and you know what I'm saying, and do my thing, man. That's my vision, though.
And when I do, it's gonna be dope, because I'm gonna bring that energy, and the way you gonna come out gonna be so crazy. They gonna be like, "Oh yeah, y'all killed that,"
Man,
we gonna turn dreams into reality.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So tell us a little bit more about Block, the two A&R and the companies, and your management company, and what you doing, and where you from, man.
I'm from Elkhart, I'm from Elkhart, Indiana, you know what I'm saying? I don't claim no other city, no other states, Elkhart, Indiana all day. I got my record label, Block 4 EMG, which stands for Billionaire Blessed League on Count, focus on elevating. That's what we is. We are blessed. We bless individuals, and we on count. You can't forget about it. We focus on elevating. We got I got a couple artists over there right now. I got my vice president, Dot Lassick, and he's managing an artist by the name of Blue Tree that's out there with the Southern Soul sound that's making airways. You know what I'm saying? Like he doing his thing. I'm working with an artist, J High, that's out there doing this thing. He bringing that country hip hop sound. So definitely got my hands in a lot of stuff, man. Playing the management role and running the company and being an A&R. Like I said, it gave me an opportunity to meet new artists and put them on the right path of success with their music career by me linking them up with influencers that's in the industry. You feel me? So, with Maverick Global Distribution. So it's a blessing just to even be in them positions,
Well, you working, man. One thing about it, I know you working. I see you. You got a part. I mean, you do interviews and you do. You got a park. I don't know. So what is it that you, as far as media, because you pretty well rounded. I just seen you. You was on the mic. You stay on the mic, man. So every time I see you, you're on the mic. So what is it that you do, as far as, is that a part of the artist production package that you kind of help get them out there?
Yeah. So when I built Real Live Real Talk, Real Talk Real Live podcast, it was something that I just really came up with one day. I said, you know what? I got a whole big basement and I got everything I need, And I can use this platform not only just to help other artists promote their stuff, but I can promote my own stuff. You know,
Right.
I can go down there and put my own stuff on my own podcast because everybody like visual. People like to see visual. You know, yeah, they like the sounds, but visual is everything that that show a lot of a person, and people like to be involved with people's lives and stuff and what's going on. So when I built that podcast, I was able to bring my sister on here. I was able to bring my artists, to promote whatever we had going on with them. And now that I got used to doing that type of stuff, now I actually take them to the shows with me and events with me, and I interview different artists all over the world now. You know what I mean? It keep me with content, and it keep them, being on a platform that's really trying to help independent artists get out there.
Yeah, yeah. And if anybody's an artist, man, give us how can we get up with you and get up with, your platforms and get on and just, man, just network.
Hey, if y'all trying to get up with me to get on Real Talk, Real Live, if you trying to get with the Block Business Management, with the getting on Maverick Global Distribution, even if you try to get some of this Real Apparel clothing brand, you know what I mean? This is my clothing line. If y'all trying to get any of this type of stuff, reach out to me at OBK Trigg, inbox me, message me, or you can go to my website at block4music.com. That's BLOCBIZNESS music.com. That's the website. And like I said, you can hit me on all messenger inboxes at OBK Trigg and get at me, and we can will and deal, you know what I'm saying, that way. So it's big over here. Like I'm branding. I even got playing cards, Real Apparel Clothing brand playing cards. You know what I mean? I got as real exclusive car air freshener. You know what I mean, for your car. If you smoking your gas, you spray this right here. It's gonna get rid of the smell. You know what I mean? So I'm everywhere. Got the magazines, Hood Illustrated magazine. Like I'm branded. You brand yourself. You look that much more important. You know what I mean? And I learned in college, attention getter. You know what I mean? You gotta have an attention getter. You gotta know how to market yourself. All this stuff play a big part in your music because people think that music is the only thing that you need to know is just laying lyrics down. And that's pretty much like false information. You really got to know the business because that's the only way you're going to move forward with your music career. And that's the only way you're going to see money, by knowing the business so you don't get messed over.
Man. Woo. Yeah, it's real, and you got to know business, man. And so, speaking of business and speaking of artists, man, we just had something epic, man, that just happened this past weekend, man. Epic, man. Something that I don't even know if them two thought they would ever do this. According to Master P, just on various interviews in the past, man. So, were you able to catch a little bit of the?
Yeah, I definitely did.
Okay, so who you think? First of all, who did you think was gonna win, and who do you think won?
To be honest, man, I knew that No Limit was gonna bring it home, and for the simple fact, I thought that, and I knew that is because it's their style of music that I grew up on. And like everybody ain't with the stunning stuff, you know what I mean? But when you kicking reality, or you kicking stuff that people can relate to, you're gonna catch more people with that, you know what I mean? Everybody don't got no car, everybody can't get money, everybody don't have jewelry, but everybody that went through a struggle, everybody that went through some pains, everybody that went through all that type of stuff, just like you just mentioned, about Big Bro, rest in peace. You came home and you found out that, a lot of people go through that type of stuff. And that's the type of music that No Limit bring, and that's the type of music I grew up off of. And plus, you know, they had the whole camp there. You know, Cash Money, they had a whole camp. So that right there already showing some flockiness inside the camp itself if your main hitters ain't popping up, you know?
Yeah, it's too much intermingling beef going on with Cash Money. One of my favorite parts of it was, and I think two trending parts of it was, first of all, of course, Birdman calling Turk a B, you know what I'm saying, on stage several times. And then the part where Birdman was trying to stunt, like, yeah, you know, I've started this stunt shit, nigga. And P came so classy. Yeah, I was uptown too. And this is we jumped in.
Right. You know, like,
that was cool right there. I got respect for P, man, for real.
And that's the difference between stunning and leadership. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to get on the mic. That's just like me telling people I'm real. I don't got to say that. People going to feel the vibe when they get around me. You know what I'm saying? They gonna see all that and feel all that by the way I act, you know? And him getting on the mic and saying all that, I was the first person to bring that stunning. You know, you can't say that because you ain't been around the world before you started going around the world. You know what I mean? So you can't say you was the first one to start that stuff. You know what I mean? So I give it to No Limit, man, all day long, hands down. They came with the classes. They came with stuff that I forgot they even came with. I'm looking like, oh, I forgot about this song. You know,
man, I've been bumping No Limit, man, since that verses, man. And everybody been doing the trending of Master P dance, the little 1-2 bounce, you know.
Yeah, you know, the running the place dance. That soldier run, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I definitely want to give a you know what I'm saying, blessings out there, you know what I'm saying, and to Young Bleed and stuff, man. You know, You know, he had that situation. He had that health situation right after the verses and stuff, man. And you know, something like that is crazy. Like when a person can get on stage and shine the way they do, and then next thing you know, they health and stuff to shut down on them and stuff. So I definitely want to send my blessings out to Young Bleed and stuff, man. Get well, you know. Salute. To all the
so he's just he had an aneurysm or something, right? A brain aneurysm.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
He in ICU and stuff. You know,
wow.
People was putting out fake information saying the man had deceased and stuff, but that was false information also. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, well, so who you think? What you think they're gonna come with next, man? After this verses, man, what do you think? Because they took a pause for a minute. I'm gonna be honest. I think it could have been a little longer to me, but I don't even think Cash Money had enough. They didn't have enough in their tank to even compete with No Limit, to me, honestly. And like you just said, listening to their music now, it sounds so immature and degrading. You know what I'm saying? Is all they talking about is this what I'm, you know, getting, you know, all it just sounds immature now. Is that, you know, back then it was kind of cool, but I don't know. Just listening to it, I was like, nah.
It's only if you still into that lifestyle, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's still going to intrigue you and stuff like that. If you
that's a good point.
So like I'm all about reality music anyway, because that's the type of music I grew up analyzing and listening to, you know, Master P's and Ice Cube's, Tupac, you know what I mean? These are the people that I grew up listening to. And in my music, you can hear a little bit of that type of flavor inside my gumbo, you know what I'm saying, when I get to cooking up, real talk.
Come on now. Man, so yeah, man, that's cool, man. I'm glad to have your perspective, your expert, you know, artist and, you know, and businessman perspective and CEO perspective as well, man, on that. And we got some other stuff going on too, man. Let me see what this was trending in the news here recently, man. Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier arrested in gambling inquiries, man. What's going on? What they trying to do to the NBA, man? Why would they do this at the start of the season? I mean, they looking for their new savior, LeBron. They just brought MJ back for a little quick interview, NBC. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on with the NBA, man, and gambling and the feds and all this craziness? What's your take on that, man?
I look at it like this, man. All this stuff got something to do with the government. You know, the government got their hands in a lot of this stuff. Like I feel like they just trying to bring down the NBA, because if they saying what they saying is true and they go in there and they gonna get a handful of other NBA players and coaches and referees, then the NBA might not be the NBA no more. You feel me? It's gonna be so dry, because a lot of your big players is the ones that's getting caught up in this scam.
But but there are other sports. You got football, you got baseball. People are betting on all of these things. They said the 1920 something World Series or 40 World Series was rigged. This is what so this goes back, man, decades. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the mob and mafia, gambling and all that stuff, man. So now you got digital online gambling. You got the apps and all that, man. So it doesn't really make sense. I don't know what's gonna transpire. I don't know if they just want to call some attention, bring some attention to the NBA. I don't know, man. Because their ratings are low. NBA ratings are low.
And like you say, is they got football, they got ice hockey. Now, don't get me wrong, NBA might be just the first sport that they hitting right now. And it's gonna be a domino effect to the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I don't think they forgetting about the rest of the sports. I just think they starting off with the NBA. Then they're gonna make their way on down, you know what I'm saying, to ice hockey, to football, to all these other
and even soccer. Soccer is the biggest sport in the world almost. I believe.
Sports is a gambling. It's just a gambling thing.
Golfing, they gamble. MJ got caught up years ago, with the golfing, betting on, golfing and gambling. Man, and then they brought up poker. Yeah. What do poker got to do with? Come on, man.
It's crazy.
It's almost like the Diddy situation. Y'all get the man on one thing, and then y'all bring up everything else.
Everything else.
You didn't bring on you talking about baby oil. What the hell do baby oil got to do with? So the man in jail for baby oil? I mean, come on, man. I mean,
you gotta understand too, CINO, man. Like this, everything is about money, man. Like this whole thing is about a money game. You feel me? It's a money game.
And some of these guys, man, like you said, Chauncey Billups, man, these guys are already millionaires, and they're setting, it's almost like they you never know what's going on. These people may be getting extorted, because once you get in bed with these people, you got to play ball.
Yeah.
Once you make one deal with the mob, you got to, hey.
It's like selling your soul to the devil, goddamn, in the industry. Some of them do that stuff, you know what I mean? So
yeah. You do it one time, we got you. If you do business with us one time, we got you.
And this go to show too, like what Trump doing, cutting food stamps.
Oh, hold on. Matter of fact, we finna get right into that. You just led it to our next topic. Oh no, not that one. Hold on. Oh, where is that? Oh wait. I messed it all up. I done messed all up, man. We got the hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Like
I got that.
It's a lot going on. Like he messing with Social Security, food stamps. You gotta understand how many people been on Social Security and food stamps for years, and some people that's all they had to count on. They didn't have no 9-to-5 job or nothing like that. They was just counting on them food stamps, selling them food stamps, making a couple $100. Social Security check every month. You know what I'm saying? They was cool with that. So when they take that away, it's gonna mess up a lot of things in the economy itself, because now you taking away from people who didn't count on nothing but this. and you
Yeah.
just take that away from them. So what you think gonna happen next? The crime rate gonna go up. You know, the penitentiary gonna stay full. But that's what they want, because that's how they get paid, is by keeping the penitentiary filled up. And that's why so much negativity and so much crime going around, and a lot of them they not getting solved, because this is what they need to keep the world going around.
Yeah. And no wham whams and zoom zooms this next month. That's for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna hurt a lot of people. It's gonna hurt a lot of people, especially the ones.
And it's Thanksgiving. I mean, people like to do it big, you know. It's gonna really hurt the people who buy the foods, who buy the EBT, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, looking forward to saving money. You know, those who can't get it need to buy it from somebody. You know what I'm saying?
We already in that situation. Shoot, I spend cash on grocery every week. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
But it's gonna hurt a lot of people, man. And
I think 40 million people are gonna be affected. On top of, you know, shutdowns. I mean, Amazon just shut down, about people losing jobs. I know I work at Ford. You know, one of our plants, you know, I just seen an article that the auto industry is going to be a shortage with the chips and the tariffs. So you got tariffs, you got the government shutdown, which is affecting, you know, the airlines, airports, and the military. You know, people not getting checked. The government.
People getting paid.
You got the EBT. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on, man. So I'm just telling my people, especially my inner circle and the people that's listening, man, this is not the time to be playing around, y'all. It's not the time to be playing around. It's time to really connect with your faith, connect with your finance, connect with your fitness, connect with your family. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With faith, number one. But the other ones you could do it whichever way you want. But it's not time to play, man. It's time to invest. It's time to start thinking smarter, doing wiser things. You know, like you got air freshener, you got a hat, you got apparel. You got to have several streams of income right now. Yeah. All that jack of one, you know, the jack of all trades, master none. That's some BS. People talk that talk. No, you better be a master. You better be a jack of all trades.
Right. You better master your craft. You better master your craft, because like I tell people all the time, they be like, man, Trigg, you got a lot of activity going on. Like, you got a lot of platform. And I told them in a minute, I said, bro, I'm building all these platforms from scratch. Like, anything I think of, I just put in play, because something gon' take off. And not only that, but what happens if what happened when the music go away, or people ain't listening to because music change every day. Music change all the time. So you got to try to keep up with the trends and all that. So what happens when, you know, people start, you know, boring out on me and stuff on my music stuff, then I got other stuff to fall back on. You feel me? So you got to build on platforms just for your own goods, just to build something for you and your family for long terms and stuff.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And if you got a family, put your family in those businesses. Let you got a wife, you got a son, you got a teenager. Man, if you look, man, you got kids, you better put them kids to work.
Well, look,
you know what I'm saying?
Teach
them to work. Yeah. Hey, this your business. I'm doing this for you. Exactly. You know? So yeah, man. So shout out to we're gonna keep our heads up and keep our faith. And speaking of that, on top of that, we got to deal with weather, man. I just got back from Jamaica, and I was actually, thank you for everybody, man, that checked on me, who text, who called, who, inbox, whatever, man. People still inboxing me today, like, you back, you make it all right? Yes, man. It was, I made it right the day I left last Thursday. I met people there, and prayers to the people that are there, the people that I met there, some of the travelers, and mostly the workers, the employees, the people that work on those resorts. They don't get paid a lot of money anyway, and they work hard. And so we over here enjoying, freedom. We enjoying, high wages. We enjoying these things. But these people over there, man, with, barely, very low income,
Wow.
very poor country, man. So, blessings and prayers to them. I met some good people over there. The airports were shut down. I was seeing horror stories of people was over there for their wedding, their wedding parties over there. People stuck.
Oh man.
The airport shut down. I don't think, people over there stuck, man. They stuck. So I just thank God, man, that I made it out, man.
That's one of my biggest fears, boy, going somewhere and they tell you can't go nowhere. You can't fly back.
And let me tell you something. When I got there, when I got off the plane, I don't know what happened, but when I was going to, sign in or whatever with your passport, I had left my passport on the plane. So I had to run back, hoping, and I'm like, oh my God. I said, I'm gonna be stuck over here for real. I'm gonna be in Jamaica for real.
I know that was a scary situation.
I was tripping, bro. I was tripping. So when I got to the doors, the lady was like, slow down. She's like, slow down. Cause running through the airport, in Jamaica, what you think, you got a bomb or something? You know what I'm saying? So she like, slow down. He's like, what's your name? I said, hello, what's your name? He had it, Corey. What's your birthday? What's your address? They had it right there. I was like, where was it? She's like, they left it on the plane. I'm like, cause they don't let you back on them planes.
Wee.
So yeah, man, that was scary. I'm like, is this how my week about to start?
Right. Hey, but instead, boy, you and Looney up there, get them in the dancing contest and everything.
Lou. Man, Lou that's a wild boy there, man. That's a wild boy there, man. Shout out to my boy Lou.
Yeah, man, that's my guy right there, man. I gotta give Looney his shout out, man. That's the man who got my credit together, got me and my wife credit together with 48, 48/7 solution and stuff. So I definitely gotta give a salute. Shout out to Looney, man. Keep on doing what you're doing, bro, because you're shining.
Man, definitely, man. He put me in the game and I've been rolling ever since, man. So appreciate, man. That's my boy, man. That's my dog. That's my bro.
Yeah.
And so on this, I think my internet, I think it's about wrap. I want to share this story real quick, man. This story kind of touched me, man. 2 Texas police officers saved a baby trapped under a crash car. And you can Google it or look it up, man. But it was definitely, I was almost in tears, man, because, as a father, you're a father. You know what I'm saying? You're a father. I'm a father. So I can't even imagine, man, having an accident and, your child is trapped. And they had to actually get a baby CPR, right? So like a baby. And, they showed it, man, where they was giving the little baby CPR. It wasn't responsive. The child wasn't responsive. And after a while, man, he started breathing and coughing and saying and talk, you know what I'm saying? It just touched me, man. So I think, police, man, they got a hard job. Shout out to all the officers. It's some rotten ones out there. It's some bad ones because the guy who shot old girl, with the pot, you know what I'm saying? He still talking about he ain't guilty, So I just wanted to make sure we highlight some of these good ones, man, because again, that's a rough job. I wouldn't want to do it. You don't know what you gonna be faced with every day.
Yeah.
You leaving your house trying to protect somebody else, and you don't make it home to your family. Protect somebody else's family, you don't make it back to yours. Yeah. So shout out to the police, man. Shout out to those 2 guys, and just be careful.
Yeah, all polices and cops ain't bad, man. You got some good ones out there that's that help the citizens and whatever need to be done and stuff, doing things the right way instead of not doing things doing things the wrong way or whatever. But yeah, you definitely got some good ones out there, so I definitely salute them and stuff for being there when the time was needed and bringing the baby back to itself. Yeah,
man. So yeah, man. Well, Man, that's it, man. That's a wrap, man. I mean, anything, hit us with it. Matter of fact, hold on, man. I gotta drop it one more time, man. Hold on, man. Drop the beat, man.
Now tune in with your favorite host. It's CONVO with Mr. CINO Show. Bring you the latest on the gossip and more. Creating innovative new opportunity. Reliable source to provide info like a news feed. Interviews up close and personal. With high topics, entertainment and how you want it for more. Creative content on a whole different note. Motivating, building up our future with hope. Right here on your number one show. You hear first like never before. The conversation inspirational. CONVO with CINO. You now tune in with your favorite host. Right here on your number one show. CONVO with CINO. You hear it first, here like never before. The conversation inspirational. CONVO with CINO. You now tune in with your favorite host. Right here on your number one show. CONVO with CINO.
That must
sound written and performed by OBK Trigg. That's the brother with the do-rag on the mic. He was in the video, in the promo. So for those who don't know, man, each and every time I drop that video, he's still waiting on his royalty checks from me. But hey, I signed. You signed that title deal that Nicki Minaj signed, didn't you?
Hey,
Jay-Z.
I told my wife, I said, the business could have went all type of different ways. I said, but me being me, you know what I'm saying? That was on some love type shit, you know what I mean? Like, that was, I didn't look at it on that type of fashion, you know what I mean? What we talk, on the business side on that end like that. I looked at it like, me being who I am, and you came to me, you wanted something, you needed something done. I was able to provide it and stuff. It wasn't even all about the money like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I did reach out. And I reached out to a couple people, man. I actually, shout out. I talked about it with my guy Lenny, man. His screw owed me one, man. He owed me one.
When it's all said and done, this type of stuff build relationships. And I just spoke on that with them at that event. Building relationship and building bridges and not burning them gonna make your career go further.
Absolutely. Because man, I definitely appreciate you, bro. And you always show love, you always support, man. You always hitting that like button, sharing, giving positive words. So you just a real dude, man. So when Loon told me about you, I was like, man, I need an intro. He like, man, he ain't even give me nobody else. And he was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, this is my man. Like, I was like, okay, cool. And we've been locked in ever since, man. Even on some real, it's not even we even had conversations, bro. So, behind the scenes. So just a good dude. Like you said, I like the network, man, to keep my circle tight with good people, man. So,
and that's why and that's why that drink, that what you got in your head gonna come true. What you talking about, walking out on that stage, bringing you out with the intro.
Yeah, I see it, bro. I see it so clear. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, anything you want to share, man, before we wrap up? I'm gonna let you do your thing, and then I'm gonna close out, man. So,
well, I want to first of all get blessings and giving my honor up to God, you know what I'm saying, for even letting me be here with this talent that I have and being able to do what I do. I want to give a shout out to my wife, Ashley Marie Photography. That's who take all my photos and stuff, them exclusive photos. I want to give a shout out to my team, Block 4 MG, my vice president, Dot Lassick, Bubbling Waters. Y'all already know what it is. Maverick Global Distribution, Real Gang Official, all my Real Gang Official. Y'all know what it is. Your boy OBK Trigg on all music platforms. Make sure y'all follow me. Yeah. And happy belated birthday to CINO.
Man, appreciate it, man. I feel like I'm still celebrating, man. It's like 50, this 50 thing, man. I'm feeling it. 40s, the 40s was good, but I'm looking forward to this new decade, man. and really just, man, whatever God got for me, man, being impactful. I just, I want to really be impactful to people, using my voice, like you said, your gift. I believe this is my gift. So I just want to continue to use my gift to be impactful, man, to inspire, to give people, as you say, creating innovative new opportunities, reliable sources, providing info like a news feed. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I want to continue to do, man. And, and I know we're going to do that together, man, networking with people like you and yourself, man. So it's been a pleasure, man. I finally got you on. Thanks for agreeing to come on. And I know you, when I hit you, I know you was like, okay.
I'm gonna tell you like this: the next one gonna be live. Like, sit down.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's gonna be our next interview. I'm coming to where you at, and I'm gonna have a sit down with you, and we gonna have a second round of this.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hey, brother. Well, I appreciate you, man. Much love. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna definitely, again, hit the like, hit the share, hit the comment. If you want to get it with OBK Trigg and what he got going on, definitely tap in the Convo with CINO, man. We'll get you in tune with him if you missed the info. But we're going to be streaming this, man, on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and just keep tuning in, man. So appreciate you, my brother.
Appreciate you, man. So you already know what it is. Your boy OBK Trigg, y'all know what it is. Holla at your boy. Follow me.
Man, let's go, man. All right, brother. I'm going to pay these bills, then I'm going to get out of here too, man. All right, in a minute, bro. All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Convo with CINO. Let me just share a little bit about what we got going on. It's the last week or so of the fall credit, the October credit repair special, fall into better credit, payment plans available. Why choose CINO Solutions? Proven results with real client success stories. Score increases across all 3 credit bureaus. Dedicated support every step of the way. It's your man, Corey Williams, aka CINO Solutions on this note. And of course, I got a few spots left with the 1 round. This ends the end of the month, guys. So I'm doing $50 for 1 round credit sweep. So I don't know, depending on how your credit is, you might need all 3 rounds, but I'm doing 1 round for you for the 5-0, for the big 5-0 for me, man. So that's what we got going on. And man, shout out to my boy Winford Owens, man. Check out the Winford Owens cigar line, man. Get you a Winford Owens cigar. It's the only cigar I smoke, the official cigar brand of Convo with CINO and CINO Solutions, man. So if you see me with a stick, you better believe it's one of them Winford Owens, man. Shout out to my boy Win. So with that, y'all, it's been a pleasure. As you see, I'm back. CINO live, Convo with CINO live. Man, we missed 22 tonight, but I know he in the building. Shout out to 22. My co-host, he'll be back next week. But man, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Man, just tell somebody you love them, man. Check on your people. And hey man, I'll see y'all next week, man. Love y'all. Peace. Convo with CINO live, and I'm out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit y'all one more time with the OBK Trigg joint, and we gonna be out on this one, y'all.
You now tuning with your favorite host. It's Convo with Mr. CINO Show. Bring you the latest on the gossip and more. Creating innovative new opportunity. Reliable source to providing info like a news feed. Interviews up close and personal. With high topics, entertainment, and how you want it for more. Creator comes on a whole different note. Motivating, building up our future with hope. Right here on your #1 show. You hear it first, like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with CINO. You now tuning with your favorite host. Right here on your #1 show. Convo with CINO. You hear it first, here like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with CINO. You now tuning with your favorite host. Right here on your #1 show. Convo with CINO.